Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, today we got a interesting video. I don't usually do these videos, okay, at all. This is literally my wait. Is this no? This is not my first time talking politics, but this is the first time it's the main topic. Okay. By the way, I am not laughing at what y'all think I'm laughing. All right. I just want to jump straight into this, but this is not shocking to me at all. And I do not do politics. I just watch the debates, not only from the two parties that's running, but from like news media and podcasters, all that stuff. Okay. So I seen this coming from a mile away, even the blowout. Like, I seen that coming from a mile away. I mean, I didn't expect it because I know how politics goes. Anything can go, but I knew that was the case by how the debates went. It's just the policies, all that stuff, man. Hey, hey, but this is like we're gonna react to a video of the lefties reacting to Trump's victory. All right, we're not gonna do no talking. Let's jump straight into it. Let's see what it is, man. This is the lefties, man.
G'day, Australia. Good morning from
All right, we need the love volume up. It's too much. Damn, wait, we need. All right, we should be good.
Washington. Hey, have you heard the news?
I have.
In Alaska.
By the way, I just want to let y'all know. Like I said, I don't do politics, and I do not vote. Yes, people around me did, but me personally, I am not that guy. But it was interesting enough to get my attention. That's how you know this election was different. Like, it got my attention, and I don't do politics at all. I don't care how funny you are as a president running, like, nah, like, but this one, it was crazy, especially with the assassinations, attempts.
What does that mean? The race to 270, well, that is now over. Donald Trump wins the state of Alaska, and as a result, Donald Trump is once again going to be the president of the United States.
The Fox.
All right, let's see the other side, how they reacted, man. I want to see that.
News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
If you didn't see that coming, like, come on. I mean, obviously, if you're on the other side, you are totally deceived and delusional. You just going by how you feel. Like, no, this is not how this go, buddy. There are real people out here living real life, living reality. Okay, coming back to reality, guys. Come on.
President's comeback will be complete with a win in Wisconsin.
The comeback was crazy.
How extraordinary. It is the greatest comeback in modern political history. To find an example of it, you don't have one this century. You don't have one last century.
Nope.
You got to go back to the century before that when they had the 18 in front of the years that were being counted now.
That's crazy.
Now, there are many images, many stories, many things to tell you about, many things that you've watched happen all the way through the day. And I've done my best to play that straight news bat because, as I said, all day long, you don't want to rub people's face in it. That's not cool. It's not okay. You've got to be a good winner because you've got to be paying attention to the people who are feeling the loss. But we've got to soak the moment in as well. This is an incredible moment in history. It is an incredible victory for people who had been ignored, who had been called garbage, who had been told
Crazy.
that their views were not.
They shot themselves on they own foot. They shot themselves on their foot. Like they did that to their own self. Like
in polite society any further. And they roared. And these were the same people who 4 years ago sacked Donald Trump. The same people in the same swing states who have now rehired Donald Trump. And in an evening of extraordinary images, a campaign of images, when I think we all felt exactly the same.
When you think about it, that's how bad the Democrats was. After what Trump did January 6th, they like, man, we need Trump back. Like, nah, I don't care who they putting in power, like who they putting up for election. Nah, we need Trump back because that agenda they promoting, it ain't it at all.
Same thing, July 15 Australian time, that when the bloke got shot, his reaction was not to crumble, but was to fight.
Twice.
And his call all the way through the campaign was fight, vote. And now he gets to say win, win, win. You need to have a look at this photo because this is going to be one for the history books. This is a photo of the exact moment Donald Trump returned to the presidency. He's backstage, waiting to go on stage at his supporters in Florida. His son took the photo as he's watching on for the numbers being counted and then the result being declared. To have that image before us, to have an insight into the most personal of moments, is a perfect example about, in many ways, the open book that is Donald Trump and is his candidacy. At times it can be ugly to read. At times it can be.
How you gonna force people to hate somebody that you lying on and it's clearly lies, literally, because they take us as like your average people. They take us as idiots. Like we don't see these rallies Trump talking on. Like it's like they're not recording these rallies and then they're uploading those on the news and on YouTube and we're watching them. Like we know what he means when he talk. And what they're doing is giving us their own definitions of what he said. But when in reality, we watch the same rally that Trump put up. Like, bro, that's why they lost. Like, they was literally moving on, putting up lies in the people's face, which was, I mean, I don't want to say me because I wasn't part of that. I didn't vote. I'm not a politic guy, you know. But in front of the people's face, they putting up these lies about the dude. But when all of us saw the same rallies, the same speeches, you know, that's why they lost. Like, not the main. That's not the main, but that's part of it. I'll say that's part of it.
Difficult to read. At times it doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's always an open book. And the idea that this was not some sort of filtered special image that was curated by a campaign. It was a son who took a photo of his father fighting back to the place where he will now lead the free world. I find it unbelievable. And as we were sitting back watching all of it happen, the inevitability coming minute after minute, state after state, hour after hour, in Lefty land, where they thought there was no chance.
He did it, man.
Where this was the basket of deplorables, when this was the people who had been run out of town, to see them coming back, not quite coping.
Crazy.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical products.
I think when it's all said and done, what you're going to see is a huge divide over people who are college educated and not college educated.
Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. Pure Project 2025 in miniature in Florida. And that kind of extreme, sort of extremist right-wing fascist type government in Florida, does that make it a more attractive place?
Thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite, who are hurting tonight. There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed, who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months. And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt.
I don't get it. Like, yo, well, what's in these people's brain? Like, y'all look down on people. Y'all feeding us garbage, thinking we're gonna accept it when we're watching the same thing y'all are witnessing. Like, we're witnessing the same thing y'all witnessing, but y'all making up your own speculations about the dude, about certain things, and then feeding us those things, thinking we don't understand what's going on. That is not the case at all. And people still, actually, people are gonna do better under Donald Trump. You know, like, bro, face reality. It's crazy. If Kamala did one as a citizen, I would have been like, okay, let's stand behind her. Let's, you know, it doesn't matter who wins. Let's stand behind them. It's we are one country. But the reality of it is, when it's the other side, they still like being delusional. Oh, this person is bad. This person is gonna be worse for the country. Like, it's sad on their side.
And that may be true. Certainly for African American women, the idea that there was on the verge of a potential first female presidency and a first female president of color.
No. Hey, I'm a Christian, all right? Like, none of that matters to me. It's what's best for the people. That's what matters. What's best for the people. It's not about, oh, first black female president, first this, first that. Nah, none of that matter if you're not putting the people first. Donald Trump is doing that.
I get it, okay? And what I'm saying is not about those people. But the reality is that in many ways, the people who they turn to for information have lied to them.
Exactly.
Have lied to them about the chances of what was happening in this election. The New York Times polls that we've talked about, you know, day in and day out, when you actually dug into the detail, 80.
And these people literally take us citizens, regular average people, as idiots. Literally, I'm talking about the Democrats. When it's clear as day, that's one of the main reasons that they lost. Like, they feeding us these BS, thinking we just gonna take it like it's in front of our. It's not like they lie to us and then when after they win and then they start promoting their agenda. They're doing it while they're lying, while they're literally running. Bro, like, it didn't make sense. I saw this coming from a mile away, like the blowout, all that.
80% of people had made their decision about what they were going to do in the American election months ago. So it didn't matter what happened with the comedian at Madison Square Garden. It didn't matter necessarily whether Trump had a good day on the trail or a bad day on the trail. They had made their choice.
Exactly.
And they had made their choice because the government that they hired to replace Donald Trump did not deliver for them. They saw a man who, whether many people like it or not, was a man who had been tested over and over again.
And Kamala Harris wasn't answering no questions directly. Like, she was going around and around and around. Like, bro, we want straight up, like, answers. You are literally running for a country. This is not you running a mayor, being a mayor or whatever she was in LA.
From courtroom
prosecutor
to the media not even treating his candidacy as one that deserved to be listened to about what he was promising. Like, every day, and I've been diving deep into this for months, every day he would make an announcement about, say, no tax on Social Security Then you turn on the American news or you try to find things in the paper about it. No mention. Just a silly comment that was made by someone somewhere else, because there's no possible way that Donald Trump would be able to have a message that anyone would want to hear. But of course they did. As for Trump, when he eventually took the stage, I think the best part of 2 o'clock in the morning,
Man, I fell asleep.
he took to the stage and he got rid of the teleprompter. He was surrounded by his family, who he loved
I had
most,
work
and of course
early
the
in the
supporters
morning.
who built a coalition around him that I'm going to talk about a bit tonight. Because when the left wins, they talk about how clever everyone was, and when the right wins, they think that there's some sort of, aberration or cheat or a mistake that's been made. Quite the opposite. I'll get to that in a second. But some of the stuff that happened in the speech, just a little longer than
They know.
you may well hear.
Nah, they know
Here's
it's
an
up there
example of him
too.
talking about that coalition, the coalition that stretches from, say, a Robert F. Kennedy all the way through to the boss of the UFC.
His campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen any, young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight, when you think.
And remember when he was shot and he was going to give his speech at the Republican National Convention? It was all about, has he changed? Well, yeah, he has. Because like every human being who goes through life, what happens to you changes you. And think about it. Millimeters.
It was so close. Almost. Trump was almost not the president today. So close, man. God is amazing.
From dying. The stakes at the election being, if he lost, he was going to go to prison for the rest of his life.
Damn. God is great. It changed him. You can see that too. It kind of changed him. It's clear as day. You can see that. Believe me. God did not save this man's life for no reason.
The example of him as a slightly changed person because of those events was pretty obvious in this bit of his speech too.
Yep.
Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason.
You're damn right. That's all I just said.
And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission.
And one last thing about his speech, and I've been thinking about this for a little while. What does the word fight mean? Now, obviously, in its worst possible sense, it's about confrontation. But I think in terms of those that have seen Trump coming or have been pro-Trump or Trump literate even for the past 8 years, fight means standing up for what you believe in, leaning in on what you believe in, standing up for your friends. And in the case of somebody trying to run for national office, yeah, putting your own country first. Now, that will have its complications, and I'm not going to pretend that the sky is rosy, and it's going to be, for some, a bit of a rough ride. But to me, normal people fight every day. And they fight everything from getting the kids ready to go to school to fighting the traffic.
That's the main thing, man. The left side don't get it. They using people's children as part of their agendas. Like, as soon as you do that, you hit people in a way that, okay, you are against the people, literally. Once you start telling the average people, the average workers, that their kids can choose on their own to change their sex if they choose to without the parents say so, like it's out of there. Once I heard that, I'm like, yeah, this lady is out of there. Like I wasn't shocked. I was expecting the blowout that happened. I just didn't expect it, if you know what I mean. Like, because like I said, you know how politics goes. Like, it's a lot of cheating going on, all that other stuff. But hey, man, I seen that coming from a mile away. Not a mile, months away, to be exact.
To fighting their workload, to fighting to stave off illness, all sorts of things. So when I hear the word fight, I don't hear conflict. I hear strength.
Yep.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks, crypto, and real estate, because there's a little known.
That's right. We kind of feel connected to Trump, like, especially what he been through for these last 3 to 4 months. Dude had 2 assassination attempts in his life in the last 3 months. Just that alone, bro. Like, and he still kept going. Like, come on, man. We seen that coming from a mile away, okay? But yeah, that was it, man. Hey, all I'm gonna say is this. If he was on the other side, I'm saying the other side, like I am on Trump's side, kind of, even if I didn't vote. I didn't vote, like I said. I'm not a politic guy. I just like watching and listening to those debates, okay? But, bro, I'm not picking Trump's side because he's a godly man. No, because he's what he stands against and what he stands for. That's why, like, I'm on his side. Like, for the other side, I hope y'all get help. Literally, I hope y'all get help. Put all the joke aside, like, just look at yourself in the mirror and just ask yourself these questions, like, go over all the policies she was going over. She was trying to put out as a president, running for president, bro, and going around questions, lying on the other side. She was there was literally focusing on the wrong thing. There was focusing on attacking that man when all he was doing was trying to explain to the American people, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They're trying to do this to me, they're trying to do that. And it was all playing out. And all we can do is literally support the man. That's it. I know y'all ain't gonna, y'all lefties, y'all are not going to support Trump, even though he's y'all president. But yet, if it was the other way around, everybody would support him. I'm speaking as a Christian, okay? It doesn't matter who was running the country, we have to support them. I mean, if they stand for something that is totally evil, like Kamala was, like doing the abortion stuff, I don't want to get into that, but all those evil agendas, like, nah, I ain't with that. I love you as a person, but I ain't with that. Going for people's children, we ain't with that. You lost there. Like, just that alone, you lost. Like, nah. Especially what happened to Elon Musk, the child. Like, he lost the kid because of that sex change stuff. So I see why he went on Donald Trump's side, you know. It's just these people are hurting people and they don't care about it. They don't even care. But yeah, that was it for this video. Guys, be on the lookout for the vlog. I got a vlog coming. I went on a trip. I got a vlog coming soon. Be on the lookout for that. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check out my other videos, reactions, all that other stuff, vlogs. Check those out and like the video. And yeah, wait on the next video.